Alright. Good morning. 2. Another attempt to be... which is at boss cell 4, I think I'm at. You know what? I still think it doesn't look that great in that cells art style, but in honor of me playing Blasphemous, I'm just gonna run with it once. Weapon-wise... I do like the stun grenade. That's a Nurse of Steel or a Pan. I think I'll take the double knocked bow. And then I'm gonna sell that because I don't want the double damage. What do you do? Shots leave trails of flame. Okay. So, it's been a while since I played. Lovely. It's been a while since I played. I still use the new controller, which I don't know if there's like a thing with a stick flick. But I'm gonna try and get used to it. And then the plan is basically to either get death or conjunctivious flawless. Which I guess in essence means that I'm not actually trying to beat a boss to beat the level, because if I wanted to, I'd definitely go for the easy option of the concierge. Also, I have to get used to the control scheme again, because I now play 3 different games, which are basically side-scrolling Metroidvanias, even though that says really isn't. And they all have 3 different control schemes. So that's not great. But yeah, played Blasphemous 2 now, started with that. Which, gonna be honest, at the moment, gameplay-wise, it's a lot better, but I'm a bit disappointed it lost most of its style. Shop for skills. I don't think I actually care, and I can't afford any anyway. So I could go to Castlevania. Ow. Ow. This is the one that holds up a shield, yeah. Oh, I triggered him, okay. I don't yet know which boss I want to do, but honestly it's probably gonna be Conjunctivious in the sewers. That's Crusher, that's the promenade. I think that's a teleport, which goes to the garden. Yep. Where is... Ah, it's there to the left. Okay. I kind of feel like I probably won't get either of the doors. I get some chicken, which is nice, because it means I don't have to use my my flavor flasks, health flasks, Estus, whatever you want to call it. I wish you could just... There are some weapons where you can just hold the button and it continues firing, and I wish the kunai worked that way as well. The kunai, for some reason, very slow in the game. Which is weird, because in most media they're, I feel like, represented as very fast. However, I wanted to try this one. So give me that. Put you in the backpack. Sell this one. Oh, it's a flamethrower. Get me the armadillo pack. Okay, just one blast sets the entire floor on fire. That's good. Unfortunately, I aren't really... It doesn't have... No. Not even the slightest aiming up or down. On the other hand, it does appear to deal a lot of damage. 600... inflicts critical hits when oil is present, which currently isn't the case. I don't think I have any oil. But I like just the idea of spitting fire at people. Oh wait. Hate that I can't see him. Enemies that hit you free. That one's new. I've never seen that one before. Give me that scroll. Oh, scroll piece. You know, actually I might want to go with concierge and try to beat the fourth boss soul. Fire. A bit of a low range. But again, the damage seems to be rather good. But with no aiming, forces you to stand still. I don't think you can use another weapon during it. Oh. That was stupid. Alright, come down here. Allows me to stack some different dot. Weapons with fire damage do seem rather rare. It does not stagger. It doesn't have any stagger damage. Like, I'm pretty sure that anything that can stagger immediately staggers the scorpions. The scorpions just get staggered instantly from most things. So if it doesn't stagger, it probably doesn't have any stagger damage. Or stagger buildup, or whatever you want to call it. So for that, I definitely need oil, I think. Honestly, when I read the description of a fire blast, I thought it's just a blast forward. A phaser I will not use. I thought it's like a combustion in Dark Souls, where it's just a blast of fire in front of you, and then you leave it. anything good, anything, or rather anything I'd want? And the answer is no. The Perishield, maybe, but not really. 2 treasure rooms. Capped, unfortunately not. The fire damage obviously also has the issue of removing frozen status. Like I gotta say, yeah, that's not bad damage. It also stacks the fire rather quickly. Or acceptably quickly, I should maybe say. Alright, door number 1. Crowbar. Yeah, I'm just trying. I just thought maybe you can aim up and down, but no. It's just left and right. So it will miss a lot of enemies. Would be interesting to know. Yeah, now I think about it, it definitely goes past shields because it sets the ground on fire. Alright. What do we have? Downward smash and flammable oil. Alright, Dracula's castle incentivized would lead me to death. This over there goes to the ancient prison. There's a telluric shock and the ramparts. I'm gonna check out the second treasure room. It's probably a corrupted treasure, isn't it? No, it's a boomerang or an ice armor. I don't think I want either of them. That's the telluric shock, that's to the ramparts. So I could go the ramparts for the concierge, but I think I'd rather try and learn other bosses. And then I'll just not have a legendary and it's fine. No, 60 enemies killed. Yeah. Get me. Is there anything I have that has to do with fire? And I don't think so. Detect the recovery. How if I slowed, stun, frozen, or rooted? That's a no. I think I'll just take the barbed tips for my kunai. I'm pretty sure the fire breath doesn't have any arrows, so that won't really work with it. But the kunai will help. It will help the kunai. Get me a bit more damage over time. It's also raining outside, which is great. Have been waiting for that for a while now. Fire! Especially units that require to be in melee, the fire breath is probably really good at. I'm just thinking, if I see that correctly, the fire breath hits very often per second. So if I get like an oil grenade or something that covers the enemy in oil, I should be able to use the instinct of the Master of Arms. Why are there so many of you? Okay, you need to die. Have us up. Holy shit, I hate this. That is definitely my least favorite type of elite with the what's it called? With the swiping laser. Or Docker, I think is the more accurate word. It feels like they added a cooldown to the Armadillo pack. Which if they did, that's new and I don't like it. Alright, speaking of new, the DLC for the last spell had its date announced, which is gonna be the 22nd of April. So I'm looking forward to that. What the fuck? A legendary balance blade? What do we have here? Damage to slowdown, damage to poison, target shoots an arrow upward, shoots an arrow... You know what? Absolutely. Just in a green bird, however. If I take that, I probably should go for brutality. Brutality, the combo. The brutality also has like lifesteal options. So I'd have to switch my current approach. Right, what is it in here? Money. Nope. More scroll, that's number 3. So one more to a stat up. Yeah, go switch to brutality. Do something different for a change. That's a lot of scrolls, actually. I can see a elite. It's a shield man. Not this shit again. Poison enemies to wound you? No. Weapons. Okay, give me brutality, but I'm probably not gonna switch any. I forgot that the kunai are brutality as well. Well, to be fair, they're ranged weapons, so I kind of only link them with tactics. Door number 2 is a treasure. Is a trap, in fact. It did not work. If I had necromancy in that ad stage, that would have been great. Ow. Yeah, that kind of warrants a sip. No. That weapon is not gonna be great against the tentacles of junk. at Conjunctivius's place. However, being able to kill these things before they get to attack, definitely appreciate it. And another scroll for more brutality. Where's actually the exit? Okay, there's the exit. Aha, just burned to death. No. Nearby enemies stop bleeding when the effect ends. Damage to poison target, that's not that great. Also not the stat I go for. Another treasure chest. Increase damage you deal by 50% for 6.5 seconds. You take plus 30 damage during this time. I still have my hunter grenade, which I want to use. And at this point I think I'll just bail. A barnacle. Most of the deployables are, unfortunately, tactics, so if I go for brutality, I'm not going to be able to use them. However, I don't have a slot right now anyway. Okay, let's see Conjunctivius. Also switch my mutations. I will, I think, keep the armadillo pack. But then we go to I think that might be good. Predator. Melee attacks inflict bleeding. That could be... Actually, I think I'll take the melee and the open wounds. Because this sword does attack rather quickly. It's not... Is it the quick blade? I think it's a quick blade, yeah. Alright, Conjunctivius, let's see it. Come down here. Oh wait, don't toss the grenade away. Well, not flawless. AEs. Thankfully, they apparently don't deal all that much damage. Get down here. I'm surprised I didn't have to drink a single potion yet. Ow. Holy shit, these are so annoying. At least Conjunctivius himself is easy. Alright. Could have gone a lot better. Double crossbow automatic. That's the scythe. That's also no. Have some more money from up there. Alright. Could have gone better. Could have gone worse. Graveyard it is, it appears. Yes. Do I go to the cavern or the sepulchre? I had both of those options. Torch. Damage is stunned, electrified, launch the grenade, victims remain explode. Turret, you know what? Take the torch over the fire blast. Can I? Yes. I'm not gonna finish, but now we have 45%. Alright. My energy drink is out. Okay. So, graveyard. I haven't been here in a while. I do not like these enemies, holy shit. Okay, I should have taken a stun grenade at some point. That's a heavy turret. And that's a Alucard sword. Ow. I jump. Fuck. I failed to jump. How do I get in there? Right. More slow. Hey, just immediately. Okay, that was maybe a bad idea to make a second elite while being in an elite fight. And after witnessing it, I can't even fight if I stop and watch. Yeah, I'm gonna switch again. For some reason, because... Why is it so weird? Because in Blasphemous, the head is always pointed basically straight up. And it looks weird when he's just has it at an angle. Incomparable. Misunderstood concierge. I'm gonna take the hand again. Oh, you know what? Give me the samurai. That looks perfect. Okay, now I need the katana. Also, right, so Slumbering Sanctuary. That's the quick blood, yeah. What can I take? So unfortunately, most of these are double weapons. Like, this is a double weapon, the crossbow is a double weapon, this is an assault shield and absolute garbage. Take the cocoon with the crossbow. The crossbow should probably just go through everything in this area down here without any issue. And then, if need be, I have the cocoon as a defensive option. Oh, challenge shift. I also need to count how many enemies I kill, so I have the 30. Give me an amulet. At this point, the first amulet I get is most likely better than the one I have. No, wait. Damage from projectiles reduced. You have damage. I don't need the downward slash burn. Okay, give me tactics. So, fun fact, which I think most people actually do know that, but samurai were actually more a type of archer, at least for most of their existence. Ow. The katana was a sidearm. Oh well, the sword in general. At least to my knowledge. To be fair though, the sword was also kind of a sidearm in Europe in medieval times. Bonk. Like, as a direct weapon, swords not that great against anything that wears armor. Unless you can half sword it, I guess. Which might be a bit difficult to do in a melee. Honestly, wouldn't know. I don't think any of us would know. Because none of us fight with a sword. And I mean actual fights, not, you know, pretend. LARPing doesn't count and neither does HEMA. An elite down here. It wasn't that difficult. Dodging and downward is oil. I think I'll keep what I have. The extra jumps really don't matter, unfortunately, because every jump has less height than the previous one. So as you can see, really does not matter. Hate this guy. Especially when it comes from behind. Even though I could block that with a cocoon, couldn't I? I'll put you in the backpack. Get an armadillo pack. I don't think I'll ever play without the armadillo pack again. Okay, Promenade of Condemned. That's the teleport. Oh, there's a staff. Which I don't think I'll take. Okay, now here's a question. The Pokepack attacks with the weapon in the backpack. If the weapon in the backpack has a parry on its first hit, does that count? Does it parry? I actually do want to try that now. Bonk. Extra jump, dodging, pounce, a bomb. I'll keep the projectiles. I also just realized that I could just go for survival. I don't need to go tactics with a crossbow. Okay, I like that this has the secondary arrow, because the arrow breaks the shield, and then the actual bolt hits and inflicts a critical with the explosion. So, do I go for survival? I think I might actually go for survival. And keep it the crossbows, because I'm pretty sure all of the crossbows have survival scaling. However, in that case, I will take the armadillo pack over the Pokepack. Is it smell normal? I think everybody who ever get into the sewers asks that question. The crossbow has aiming up and down? I didn't know that. But yeah, I definitely want to get to the Slumbering Sanctuary so I can get the... Wait, he's also in the graveyard, isn't he? I think he's in all the areas except the the Stealth Village. He's definitely in the graveyard, he's definitely in the Slumbering Sanctuary, which are the 3 areas I can get to. Oh wait, the Fractured Shrines. He's not in the Fractured Shrines. And then the area after that, he's not in the Sepulchre, I think? That would be annoying if, in addition to the air trying to kill me, the enemies were also all invisible. That would absolutely suck. So yeah, Sepulchre, he's not in the Clock Tower, he's not in the Stealth Village. Have some kebab. What do you actually do? Damage the bleeding killer launches grenade victims burn when they die. Cannot be interrupted, shoots in front of you. Hit him with a crossbow. Which can apparently crit. Extra jump mid-air, damage from projectiles reduced. I think I'll take that, yes. Wait, does it just always crit? No. Oh, I need to hit him specifically with the crossbow pick, okay. I need to stop doing the downward slam attack in the sewers. But it is still it is still intended as a actual crossbow. Wait, I can sell something. I do like the fans. I'm not good with them. They're funny. But if you don't have projectiles to return, they're also kind of weak. Because you can't trigger the crit. Okay, 2 more scroll fragments. Have a door. Which is... combat. Okay, so the green birds could be a problem. The explodey birds. They could be a problem going forward. And there you saw the flick again. Cat. Cat actually scales off of survival, so it could be useful. But I don't have the slots right now. I definitely want to keep the cocoon. Give me a shield. That's not a shield. Shop. What do you offer me? Survival. Neither of those is a shield. Neither of those is a shield. That's the melee shield. I don't do melee. That's Alucard. No, that's a rampart. Eh. And no shield. Okay. The rampart generates a force field. It could have been okay, but... Green bird. Fear pickaxe. The pickaxe throwing a grenade actually immediately kills him, so the pick doesn't even connect. Okay, corrupted prison would be incentivized, but I do... Wait, does the corrupted prison go to... Ancient sewer? Okay. In I go then. Give me... If I take brutality, survival... Part of ice gastronomy. Attack following a successful parry inflicts plus 368 damage. Ammo, curse blast, and strength, frostbite, no mercy, recovery. On the other hand, what could I take there? Networking, parting gift, point blank. Support, those probably won't scale as well. I think I'll take the gastronomy for now. For a bit more heal. Whenever I get to a heal. That's gonna be a no. Oh wait, the... Can you stop dodging? The monk could also appear here if I'm not mistaken. Okay. You follow me over here. Those are still annoying. Okay. Kill this bird. Can actually parry that, that's good to know. Alright, get my cocoon back. Okay, you know what? I don't think I can grab his item. I need my cocoon back. Oh, I fucked up. I need a stun grenade to grab that guy. Which I could have gotten here, maybe. Survival. Stun grenade. I think I'm gonna grab this for now, keep the cocoon around. Because I need to stun. Your shield does not block explosions. Or your sword does not block explosions. I'm surprised that the slime guys don't give me any blueprints. I don't think I've ever got a blueprint from them. Okay, please say there are still some birds around. Funny. Okay, there's a bird. Ooh, what's this? Flawless. Alright, next teleporter I'm gonna go grab my cocoon again. The stun grenade should definitely help with most enemies. There's another bird. Like, okay, the bird just ignores the stun grenade. That's, well, I assume he's probably not taking damage or being affected by something during his jump. In which case I just timed it wrong. Ooh. Hold the sheet to launch a longer charge. I would take you if the assault shield were an absolute dog shit. No, I'll keep the one I have. Your swords don't block explosions. Alright, go grab my cocoon. And then on I go. I think I lost way too much health in this area. Flamethrower turret? I don't think I'll take either of you. Because I kind of like the setup I currently have. That's the rampart, so that's a no. And then this should go to the ancient sewers. Ancient sewers is cursed. Well, fuck me. Dracula's castle it is then. No sewers for today. Yeah, not even close. I don't know if I beat death. Get me Rhythm, Heart of Ice. Reduce the attack following a successful parry. Skill cooldowns by 3.2 seconds. How long do you have cooldown? 11 seconds. What else could I do? At close range, so that's probably a no. Kill Rhythm, no. Necromancy. As you get close to full health. I think I'll take the Blind Faith, so I get my stun grenade more often. The stun will probably not do a whole lot against death, though. And I just realized something, I forgot to switch jump. Okay, no. I hope there are not too many viewers around. Well, there's one immediately. And it looks like most enemies will take like 2 shots here. Bonk. He looks weird when he runs. The Axe Knight, that is. The Bureau kind of always looks weird. Trap. It's a no. Oh, I forgot. You have the knights here now. Out of ammo is not a great sound. Wait, what sets on fire? Oh, the stun grenade. Spreads oil and then sets things on fire. That's great. That hit me? No to you. Okay, that's just a dead end. Take the scroll. For brutality, whatever is more health. Well, I fucked up my cocoon there. I do kind of love the crossbow. Bonk. I just realized these wolves are just the green guys from the castle, aren't they? Like, technically speaking, a reskin. A good reskin, but technically speaking, a reskin. Yeah, they have the same attack pattern. Wait. No, I cannot hold the bolt. Would also make not that much of a sense to hold bolts. It's not really how crossbows work. There was a video I watched recently, which was a reaction to a dude testing crossbows, and he basically said the medieval crossbow. Said he has a medieval crossbow to test. Ow. Apparently you can parry that from the medieval crossbow to test, and then he brought it out and it was like a toy. It was like not an actual crossbow used in combat. It was a bit annoying, and I also checked the comments and everyone was just, yeah, it's not a crossbow. Why do you take so long to attack? Only uses the last attack. That's always kind of funny, but not what I want to do right now. It kind of feels like people underestimate how heavy crossbows used to be. Like, if you see one of those things, those are massive. Oh, you're an elite. What do we have? Damage review. This is minus 10% damage, so it's kind of required. Hello. I love this thing. But the damage is fading, so I'm gonna look for another crossbow. Very much a different crossbow. Very much so different. But a crossbow nonetheless. I wonder if this thing has been basically made in honor of the Chukunu, which I don't think existed in that form that video games portray. Like, it existed, but if I recall, what I read is that it was severely underpowered. Like, incredibly underpowered. Rooted. Which, if you know what it takes to cock an actual useful crossbow. I can imagine that it was underpowered, yeah. Where'd you go? A crossbow is not something you just pull back with a hand. Do I take this? Yeah. Do I? Yes. Also, funniest crossbow, the gust repeaters. If I said that name correctly, that's a funny crossbow. You have to just fall on it, which is a weird concept for a crossbow. Though, is it technically a crossbow at that point? I don't know. It was very ancient. I think the Greeks made it. But yeah, the fact that you need a winch to reload. Flawless. Inflicts critical hits if you haven't taken damage for at least 15 seconds. That's kind of interesting. You know what? I'm gonna put that to 1. But then the remaining cells go into the forge fund. Slow down target, stun target, shots pierce the first target. Can we? Bleeding target, pierce, shoots an arrow, victims burn. Freeze, slow down, shoots an arrow upwards. Damage to a stun target. Well, now I don't... Yeah, whatever. I do not have any potions, so this is a 1 attempt. Cannot heal in between. On the other hand, I do have a range weapon, even though it doesn't have as much range as I would like it to have. Death must be stopped. There's actually a party in my country which literally just has a single issue. It's a single issue party, and their advertisement was basically like, we want to fight death. We want to fight age. That is all we want to do. Which... I don't know... Oh wait, you do that. I don't know how well that went over. Well, that did not go well at all. But yeah, the party was kind of funny. Like, yeah, we have a single issue, we want to fight death. And I'm gonna be honest, respect that they just declared war on the concept of age. That's one of the servants. Right, Hokuto's bow, just because I love it. And I also have 2 DPS grenades. So that's gonna be a barbed arrows. Okay. How much damage do you actually currently do? 117 additional damage. So instead of 11 DPS, which is split in 2 sets of 5 per second, it should be 190 DPS. Well, I forgot my alarm. That's a bit unfortunate. Honestly though, most enemies currently just immediately die. Also, it's not split into 2 of 5, it's split apparently into 5 of 2. 5 sets of 2 DPS per second. I will not suffer your stupid laser. Fire rounds. No. Ice crossbow. Could be funny, but I need the frostbite. Ow. I will take a cannon actually. Because this does look like a tactics build again. And honestly, I kind of want to just get the boss cell. Well, it's cursed. I wanted to say I want to bet the boss cell, so I'm just gonna go to the promenade and go fight the concierge. However, that's a no. That's a teleport. Ah, a treasure room. Overlooked that. You offer me a fire grenade. So barbed arrows. I think I'll take the barbed arrows first and then the armadillo pack next. Because the barbed arrows are kind of necessary for the Hokuto's bow. This is also cursed? What? Okay. Dracula's castle then. Or the castle outskirts. Did I miss anything? No. Hello! Yeah, I need monsters here. Oh. Alright. Nothing here. Give me the barbed arrows. Barbed tips. And then... shield on the second slot for parries. Is it raining? No. Haven't been in the castle outskirts for a while. I generally don't go to this area. Sounds like something a noble could say. One, two. No, well, missed that. What did it die for? Oh, the biters ate it. Okay. Okay, having biters on that bow also definitely helps. Massively helps. Okay. Need to remind myself, killing in one shot does not apply the curse. Nothing up here. I always forget that the assassins are around here. That they're just here. For some reason. Don't jump into spikes. That was... The second one was stupid. The first one was inattentive. The second was stupid. I do wonder if you can make just a tank build. If they drop money, I will not notice. Unless I get back to that area afterwards. But most likely the money is just gonna lie about. Torch. No. Torch in the backpack. Could take the Pokepack for that. Or I can have it. I can use it later with the Armadillo pack, unless I find a better ranged weapon to go with the Hokutos. Also, who the hell is Hokuto? Is that ever? I need to check if that's just a known person. Or if they made it up for the game. Wait, I can't get through it? I can't get through that. There is something more to read. Probably a shop. Hate the skeletons. Why are there so many skeletons? How are these the most dangerous enemies I face? I'm not playing very well currently. Shop. Tactics. Explosive trap. The explosive trap could actually work really well with Hokuto's bow. Gather all of the enemies in one place, and then use the with the explosive trap, so that the Hokuto's bow curse does affect all of them. Whatever is more health. This is probably the unsafest elevator I've ever seen in my life. Do I? How did that not hit me? Okay, yeah, I'll do. I will probably die to it. And it's just a stupid electric whip. It does have a dot. So it may actually be worth it. Cannon. Five more. Three more. Just gonna play that very safe. Combat done. The bat is attacking my cannon for some reason. Why? Okay, not quite the last area. Push the button. Could you come down here? Is that actually push the button or pull the lever? Alright, shop. Tactics weapons. I do have quite a lot of money. Poison could be good, but I don't think it's worth it. Okay. Corrupted prison. Where can I actually go from here? I can go to the Dracula's castle, and from Dracula's castle I can go to the Black Bridge. Corrupted prison gets me to ramparts and ancient sewers. So I think, because... Wait, is Dracula's castle cursed? Did I see that right? Dracula's castle is cursed. Okay, corrupted prisoners. Because that's at least a short area. Also, I think the bishops are around here. I think I'm just gonna put in the money though, because I'm not sure I get through this. Give me Armadillo Pack. Alright. Let's see if we can do that. You know what? We get cursed here anyway. That's infantry bow. Just no. Okay. Slowly and safely. Spider's doing all my work for me. Curse lifted. I hear a bellboy. But I probably prefer... Does the whip ignore shields? It ignores shields. This guy can at least just straight blast back his projectile. So if I parry him correctly, he cannot curse me. Tactics weapons. The small guy, on the other hand, definitely can curse me. If I'm too close. I'm pretty sure that's based on how close I am when he dies. I killed 30 enemies without dying. Without taking damage. I do not know whether there's a door behind this area. Okay, the electrocution damage, actually kinda great. Well, you came to the wrong neighborhood. Minus 10 damage perceived, that's great. Downward attack burn. Yeah, I'll take that. I've missed some enemies at the start of this area. You know what? I'll fight you. And then I'm just gonna come down here. That's a warrior outfit. No curse. He's too happy to curse me. God. The electrocution do... How much does this do? 50% of base damage on your enemies? 166. How often do you take? I didn't see it. Okay, that's the end of this area. Frontline shield. Or a heavy grenade. Actually, give me the tonic. How many enemies did I kill? There are some enemies still. Do I actually care, though? Not really. Ramparts is cursed, so that's a no. Ancient sewers or Dracula's castle. I think I'll go to the sewers. Fight Conjunctivius, I prefer them over death. Which they are also cursed. Fuck, I didn't pay attention. The ancient sewers also have a lot of traps I always run into. Which is even worse when I'm cursed. Is the ancient sewers the only area we can take damage in the safe spot beforehand? Point blank ranges gear ripper support. What do I take? I think I'll take the ammo. Which still kind of lies to you, because it doesn't double the amount of ammo. It's not twice it was before. Apparently it's like 50%. Something along those lines. Okay, make sure not to get cursed any further. Tactics, nah. I think I'll keep it what I currently have. Most likely. Could have taken the explosive decoy. Okay, curse lifted. Gonna have to have a drink. Okay, there's nothing here. How do we get in there? Ah, from that. Okay. Do I care? No. There's nothing up there, and the two enemies won't make a difference. I am stunned. Well, tentacle. Tentacle and curse. Alright, another attempt. Which areas... I can actually just check which areas are cursed. Promenade is cursed. And then that's it? Wait, how many areas are cursed? Oh, it's up to 3 biomes. Okay. What are you? Oh, that's the... That's not a concierge, is it? No. I don't think I recognize whether those... It's not in Dracula's castle, that much I know. Okay, Hooker's bow, once again. Oh, you have fire trails, do you? No, launches a grenade, shots pierce the first target. Okay. But I can just like throw a grenade at people. Or use the punishment. If I successfully parry anything, that is. Alright, give me more tactics. I can also just use the heavy grenade. I'm gonna go with the sword through this area. to then switch to the Hokuto's bow once I get the barbed arrows. I wonder why the sacrificial outfit has the samurai, has the katana, the sword. Is it the only outfit that just has a weapon on it? Like, visually. I think, from the ones I've seen, I think it is. Alright. Go to the sewers, either fight Conjunctivius or switch to the ramparts and then the concierge. Love it. The chicken I didn't even need to drink earlier. Alright, sewers. I'm not gonna get to 30. But I get the 2 minutes. Didn't even pay attention to that. Axe, frost, dodging plants a bomb. I'd rather keep what I have. Alright. Wait, I have the 30 what? Marksman's bow. Actually, in that case, yeah, no, I'll keep it at that currently. Grab the barbed arrows. Barbed tips. I wonder if there was ever a case of actually using barbed tips. Pretty sure fire arrows are fake. I also wonder if fire would stay on fire if you shoot it with like that, the velocity an arrow generally has. Oh, the punishment has crawlers. Okay. That's great to know. There's an elite. Ow. I forgot these guys hurt. I wonder if these scorpions are just programmed to hit you for most of your health. Alright. Extra jump, damage from projectiles reduced, yes. You die. Preferably. I'd find it really nice if the legendary of Hokuto's bow just applied a dot together with its mark. I wonder if that would be too strong, but the current legendary effect of it pierces all enemies I find a bit weak. Oh, I forgot, right. Parrying removes arrows, doesn't it? Or is it just a punishment? Huh. How did my parry not go through? The punishment definitely removes arrows. I don't know if that's the punishment itself or if that's all parries. But that is not great for Hokuto's bow. And if it is indeed all parries, I might actually not take the Armadillo pack and instead just go for dodges. I need to go further to the left. More DPS per arrow. Like, he definitely loses all of his arrows whenever I parry him. Fuck. I assume it's only for melee parries if it is. Get me that grinder. Bit of health. Ooh, that's a scroll. I want that. That's the goo. Doesn't really matter. Oh. Kebab, I'll take that. Scroll. The first fragment actually on my. I do actually think it might be exclusively just a punishment. Because of its effect. So I'm gonna have to test it with another shield. Okay. Where do I go? There's a shop down there. That's good to have. Should be a skill shop? No, it's a weapon shop. Tactics weapons. Boomerang. Nah. Ice crossbow, 2 ice crossbows. Cursed sword. No, that's the Sadist Stiletto, is it? Yeah. I had hoped for maybe like a quick bow or a quick bow, or what is it called? I can't sell it though. Quick bow, or what was the other thing called? Multiple notch bows. While quick bow would probably be better. Actually, just something that I can shoot to trigger the Hokuto's bow. Like, oh yeah, perfect. A kunai or a blowgun would be perfect. Or the firebrand, something that applies a dot, because then I can just bail afterwards. Or a better Hokuto's bow. Yes. What is up there? A crusher. It's a no. Okay, ramparts are cursed. Let's try it anyway. I guess this is probably also my last attempt for now. Because then I will eat, and then I will stream something else later. I kind of am interested in trying blueprints today. I do like, in fact, puzzle games. And apparently that's kind of like a roguelike puzzle game, which I don't know how that works. But I'm gonna look at it. Okay. Give me the Armadillo pack. Hello, Puck. There it is. I only have one flask left, so I'll have to be careful. I just saw he does a little pirouette on the first attack. Also, I haven't been in a ramparts for a while. I'm surprised it's not incentivized. Ooh. Grinder. I don't think I can take those guys' elite bubble. Because they attack too frequently. Unless I find one in water. Or I find a stun grenade. Or a door? Maybe. Maybe the door is the solution. Probably not. Door. Ow. You. Annoying piece of shit. Poison is a wound you, minus 10% damage received. That alone is worth it. Door. Oh, I can use the door to stun enemies. I completely forgot about that option. Yeah, just use the teleporter. I have not much health left and no flask charges. And now I'm cursed. Well, it doesn't really matter that I'm cursed. Since I would barely survive a hit anyway. I hear a bellboy. Yep, that's the bellboy. Get rid of the bellboy. Get rid of the other cursed enemies. Or cursing enemies, rather. And now, we attempt this. Yeah, the problem is, he kind of... Okay, it's just an outfit. Was that worth it? Probably not. That was a very lucky jump. Yeah, I still am not quite certain about the door. Oh, I don't have the gardener's keys, right. Whatever I do with the flower keys, I definitely, as soon as I can get all 3 of them, which I actually just looked up. You need it's gated by how many boss cells you have. Well, that was unfortunate. Yeah, it's gated by how many boss cells you have, so I can't even do it right now. I think you need 2, 3, or 4 for all 3. 4 for 3. 2 for the first, 3 for the second, 4 for the third, and last. As mentioned, yeah, this was probably the last attempt today. Let me just go switch my outfit. I'm gonna switch back to the hand. I like the hands outfit. With an appropriate fire. Alright. What weapons can I check for next time? What do we have? Fire Blast, that's probably another Shark. I think it's probably going to be the Ice Crossbow, but I don't really like most of these options. Anyway, as mentioned, this was the last attempt. As such, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice... It's a Friday. Yeah, I hope you have a nice Friday. And a nice Easter, if you celebrate it. Goodbye.